What's going on, guys? We are starting a new series on this channel called, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. But we're playing Car Mechanic Simulator. I'll figure out a name for it. But we are working on this giant bag of, well, you can guess. It's got a lot of motor work it needs, and it's also got a bunch of suspension work it needs. So I'm deciding if I should do the motor first, because there's more things wrong with the motor than there is with the entire suspension itself. So I wonder if I did the motor, if I knock, I'll probably knock out more, and then figure out what the suspension needs. Yeah, let's do that. Anywho, how's everyone's day going, man? I hope we are all having a wonderful day. Oh, it needs a new starter too. All right, we're just gonna rip this thing apart. I know I have to do the piston rings on it. So I know I have to get it down to practically nothing. We did drain the oil out of it, which is always a plus. That's nice. Carburetor's not completely caked in nastiness. As you can tell, we are just starting out. I've played a lot of Car Mechanic Simulator, so this is not my first time playing one of these games. I played the 2021, the 2020 year, like religiously, and this is the 2021, so, but nonetheless, it's still one of my favorite games to play. I find it super entertaining, super therapeutic, but yeah. Anywho, enough about what I'm doing. How's everyone's day going? I don't know why I didn't say enough about what I'm doing because you guys can't respond to me. But I'm doing okay, man. Still here, which is, the main point of being alive. You gotta keep moving on. And I know a lot of people say that when they're surprised that the intake manifold was as clean as it was. I know a lot of people go through a lot nowadays, and it's a struggle for real. With everything going on in the world, LA going through all the riots and craziness that's going. I'm not going to speak on that because I have my own opinions about it, but um, that's why I play games like this because it's soothing, it's peaceful. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I mean, I also don't get too crazy into the terminology of it. This would definitely be replaced in a actual shop. You definitely would not just have a fan covered in rust like that. You'd replace it. But anywho, this, I don't even know how this alternator is even on here anymore. The thing looked like it was about to fall off. Actually, we might not even need to take that off. Okay, none of that needs replaced. Awesome, none of the arms. Sweet. Great thing about these old motors is that there's no cam. There's no cams in these. They just have overhead valves, which is what I'm currently taking off. Well, I'm taking off the rocker arms, but under those are, I'll show you. So under these are your valves, and under these as well. That's why it's a valve push rod, and they control the valves in the head itself and in the motor itself that control how much fuel and the amount of fuel you dump in, the amount of fuel that doesn't get dumped in. Helps with your fuel air mixture. Um, Sorry, I know I talk a lot, but this is I used to do this for a living, so I know quite a bit about it, and it's also an educational moment. I mean, that's up to you guys if you want it to be more educational. You want it to just be a talking point. We can just bullshit about whatever. We don't have to talk about crazy shit going on in the world. I don't mind talking about anything. I'm a very open book. It's up to you guys to decide how much of an open book you want me to be. Okay. Yes, smart books. I know some of you are wondering, why are you just doing one side first and then the other? Why don't you just do them side down? Because it gets so redundant. I find it more achieving in a way to do one at a time. And plus, it's how I play. This is one of those games that's like very non-competitive. You're doing it at your pace. You're working at your pace. Doesn't matter how you're doing it, man. You're doing it to do it. I've been trying to get on a kick of sending more positive vibes out in the world, and all the hate and crazy, nasty things that's going on in the world. I think the world needs a little bit of good positive vibes, and less shitty people. And since we are replacing all of these rocker arms, I'm just buying all of them. I'm not putting any back. Same goes for push rods since we already like that one's 56, that one's 57. I'm not gonna put any of these low or halfway percentage ones back. I'm just gonna buy all new shit for it, which is what you should do with actual cars too and actual engines. If you change your spark plugs, change all your spark plugs. Don't put old ones back in. That's just silly. If you replace one head, do both heads. Because then they're both starting off at the same point of R&R percentage in a way. Yeah, see, I don't even know how that's even rusted, bro. That's constantly covered in oil. But I mean, whatever. I've seen rusty bolts like, but not on a clean engine like this. Like this is pretty clean for being a V8. This is actually pretty nice. Oh yeah, let's do the clutch. Do these. Oh wow, that's terrible. In reality, that would just like fall apart the second you took the pressure plate off. Because clutch plates are very delicate. You definitely don't want to drop one when you're putting one in. Oh my god. How is the crankshaft? Oh my god, even the bearing caps. Dude. Yeah, no, this is terrible. This is really, really bad. Wow. So those are all getting replaced. Pull the pulley off. This is going to be a lot of money to replace, but it's going to be a great payday, so I'm not mad about it. Anywho, though, how's everyone's day going, man? I know I keep asking. I hope it's going well. I hope you woke up in a halfway decent mood. I know I have to change all the piston rings. I know I did, for the most part. Oh, looks like replacing all the rod caps, too. Let me guess, there's a few pistons in here that are not in the best shape. Yep, looks like we're doing all the pistons too. Sorry, that's just like the former worker in me. I don't just replace, you don't ever just replace one or two pistons. You don't ever replace just one or two rod caps. You don't do it. You don't replace one piston ring. You do them all because then you know where you're starting at. Which most of these pistons need replaced anyway, so no big deal. Plus, I don't want to have to remember whichever one goes where. Screw that. I'm just gonna replace them all. Okay. Good. Oh, what is restricting you? Oh, we do have to take all this off because of the timing chain. I didn't even think about that. This. is where being a mechanic gets real tedious. The last car I did, it had one piston ring that was out and like I think a few things up top. So I had to do the majority of things that were up top, which I know it's upside down right now, but the majority of things were like up here, you know. And it had like one or two like piston rings that needed replaced, and I had to rip the whole thing apart, replace all the piston rings, put everything back. It was dumb. I don't know if you guys can hear my music. I hope it's not too loud. I'll I'll look at the recording after I'm done. But yeah, man, I got you guys for the next 50 minutes, man. So this is gonna be nice. I hope we are. Oh, it does have a cam. Oh yeah, overhead valve. It does have a cam. I don't know what I was talking about. Completely ignore what I said. Oh, it's a slide in. That's why. Okay. You don't need replaced. Awesome. All right. And the engine block does not need replaced. Even better. All right. Cool. Awesome. All right, let's look. Okay. I can't remember what the percentage was that of pair with parts of minimum condition. 58%. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. So we're pretty much building a whole new engine. So get ready. Yep. 57, 59. That doesn't need it. Yep. Nope. Yes, we're doing all of those. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Mhm. These are all getting done any fucking way. So, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Yep. 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 I know the heads don't need replaced. All of these do. Even if they're 60%. Same with rocker arms. So you don't ever put old ones back on. Heads don't though. Good. Yep. Anywho though, I hope you are all having a. I think I skipped one, and then it hurts to have an extra one. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. I really do. Everything going on in the world, I know it's probably hard to. No, I didn't mean to do. No, I didn't mean to put two. God. Shit. Um, oh yeah, but I hope everyone is having a pretty decent looking day today. You know, carburetor's good. Yeah, I'll do it. Might as well just do both. Yeah, we'll just do both. Yep, and yep. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Oh man, that's a performance part. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, that's from an old car. My bad. Okay. Um, I'm gonna start going real fast. So, dimension. Yep. Wow, I'm practically just building a whole new motor. Air filter base. Oh yeah, I forget this is an old motor, so it's got way more stuff. Yep. Yep. Two of those. Wait, is there three? That's only 19. I'm not worried about it. Yep, we gotta do all of those. Yep. I'm not gonna worry about making it super insane. It's going in a van. I'm not worried about it getting crazy. Crankshaft pulley. Ring cap. Should be 3, right? Yeah. Oh, really? Oil pan was on that list. Yep. Trust me, I know a lot of these can be performance parts. Like I said, it's going in a van. It doesn't need to be super crazy. It's... Oh yeah, I forgot. Spark plugs are in electronics now, which is weird. But... Yeah, I guess it's not that weird, but... 16U... Yes, I know, I talk a whole bunch. Okay, so I did throw one extra on. I think so. I don't know. I mean, fuck it. Oh yeah, electronics. No. Serpentine belt. No. What? Okay. Stop with the ADHD doing. Yeah. Anywho, what'd you guys do this week? I hope it was fun. I hope you guys all had a good time. It's crazy that the distributors and the electronic. Did I put 2? Oh yeah, that was the one that I didn't need. Yep. Ignition wire. Still electronics. I know that. I know it runs electricity through it, but it's still weird, you know. If you're ever wondering, oh, does he really know what he's doing? Yes, because it really doesn't take me long to do an entire motor, which is practically what I'm doing. Wait, did that say 2? It did. 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, big old metal rod. Wow, I just spent a bunch of money doing that. Anywho, let's throw everything back in. All right, we got the crank, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that beautifulness. I'm sorry, this is just satisfying for me to do, like to watch, I bet. I don't bet, I know. It's pretty satisfying. Look at that. All the crank bearing caps. There was 4, wasn't there? No, it's only 3. Okay. Did I buy 4? Oh, okay. I saw that wrong. Let's do these before I get too far ahead, because these are a giant pain in the ass. I love games like this, where like you can just zone out, talk to yourself. I talk to myself a whole bunch. That's why I'm doing this and making the video, because it makes me seem less crazy, or more crazy. I don't know. I don't really care. But oh man. Yes, car. This thing's gonna run like a dream. Look at this beautifulness. That's what you want to see. Look at this, nice and shiny chrome. Which, by the way, most rod caps aren't that chrome looking. Like, they're not that shiny. They look more like that kind of finish, not this super chromed out look. I mean, it's not super chromed out, but it's enough to notice, you know, to be noticeable. So pretty much did the whole clutch. Because we're perfectionists. It's going to be a good paycheck, though. We did the oil pan too, huh? Yeah, we did. I know what a lot of I know what some of the guys think. Why don't you just do the whole motor? Because I didn't want to. That's why. I mean, I probably could, but in reality, doing the whole motor, at least doing the whole motor like base style, is not that crazy expensive. As I say as I drop 6 grand on this, but it's really not that insane. I know. Trust me, guys. I'm debatably rethinking doing the water pump, but I'm not going to mess with it. Hold on. Good. What? I didn't do that one. Okay. See for each other, just your typical. What kind of music you guys listen to? I listen to a lot of rock. Sorry, I didn't let you finish. Nice. I listen to a lot of rock, like religiously. I'm not even kidding. And I just think that's a big old uh, girl repellent. Yes, I knew there was 3. All right. Sorry. That was a small win for me. um, Easier this way. She's so cool with it. Yeah, I listen to a lot of rock. Quite a bit of country. I listen to old country, new country. I don't know why people think, oh, well, it's not country. It's just music. Yeah, bro, that's how it works. Like, it's music, regardless of what you think it is. It's good music. I don't care. Why can't see like people like that? I just don't understand. Like, why do you have to be so negative? Like, why can't you just listen to music? Let people do them, man. Like, why do you gotta be angry all the time? That doesn't make sense to me, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely being a little bit of a hypocrite right now because I was a very angry person for like the longest time. I hated everything. So I 100% get that. I'm sure some of my friends are like, "Well, you doing? You're just as angry as anybody else." I know, but I try not to be anymore. I try real hard to keep it under wraps and keep the monster that I used to be in a cage. Which, it's just through life, man. You learn to roll with what it throws at you, as much as it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Uh, Man, these push rods suck and are so tedious to do. But there's no greater achievement than doing an old V8 like this. Like I've built so many of the supercharged dual carb ones that like it's not even funny. But you feel so good after you do it because you just feel like a badass. Yeah. Um, the artists I listen to a lot of, I don't know, Skillet, Shinedown. I listen to the occasional Kane Brown song. That does not mean I like Kane Brown. Does not mean I think Kane Brown makes country music. He makes good music. It's not bad. Now, given other songs, I don't love every one of his songs, but he's got a few good ones. Um, he's got a few all right ones. Do I think it's country music? No. But am I gonna sit there and tell everybody, "Oh, it's not country music. Don't listen to it"? No, it's good music, is what it is. Like I don't know why there's got to be so much negativity against people who don't make country music, but they try. Like I'm sure Post Malone's getting shit for it too. Like, oh, it's not real country music. You're just putting on a cowboy hat and fucking. Bro, let the man dress how he wants. Like, who cares? At the end of the day, like, dude makes more money than me and you put together. Unless you're a country singer, then like I understand. That'd be one thing if like Post Malone was like, I'm more country than everybody, and I can do anything. I make better country music than like George Strait. No, then he's stepping into like territory he doesn't know what he's gonna. He won't understand. But but he's not. He's like one of the most humble guys you ever meet in your life, and he's real kind. I've met the guy. He's actually pretty cool. I mean, it was only for like a few seconds, but he's actually pretty dope, dude. And I did buy too many. Damn. Look at that. Look how clean that looks. Yep. In reality, I probably could have went to the workbench and like put these all back together, but I did not because I don't care to. It's going in a van. It's nothing too crazy, and I mean the van needs so much more. It'd be one thing if dude was paying me to like do the whole car, which I've done plenty of times, which I've done more times than I can count. But we got the fuel for, yeah, we did. All right, look at that, we're almost done. Yeah. Yup. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Look how nice that is. See how much more nicer that looks now? Hmm? Beautiful. I like it. Alright, take it off. Let's go throw this bad boy back in here. Oh. Nope. Let go. I need the crane. Yes. 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 Make sure there's no thing that's under 58. Okay, good. Yep. Alright, let's now put it back. Go. Alright, let's see how much that knocked out. A lot. Okay. Now it's just mostly suspension, which is awesome. Awesome. So the engine's done. That's good. The engine's really tedious to do. In the world we live. Oh wait, don't I have to do all the fluids too? Brake, coolant, power steering. Yep. Go. Let's put oil in this thing first. Because we're just going to do all the fluids right now, and then we'll do suspension, and boom, it'll be done. Okay, tools, drain. If you are wondering, yes, I do vape. Do I care what you think? No, not at all, actually. No! Well, at least it drained. Oh, wait, I have to replace that. Oh, well, I guess I took it off for a reason. What are you doing? Okay. Here I am speaking my mind. Okay, now that this is all done, I can sell all of this, make a little bit of money back. Sorry, that's probably super annoying to look at. Oh, I might have just sold that brake servo, didn't I? Okay, awesome. Okay, flash warning. Look away if you are epileptic. 1, 2, 3, go. Close your eyes. It's almost done. Hold on. I'm almost done. Hold on. Close, close, close. All right, you're good. Done. Yep. I'm so mad that I did that. Swing my heart across the line. And done. Look at that. All right. Then windshield washer fluid, right? Yup. Awesome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Let's pull that old nasty stuff out of there. Looks like from Granny's basement. Put the new stuff in here. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. I hope I did not need to replace this. I don't mind draining it, but that would kind of suck. I did not. Awesome. All right, let's take a look. Coolant. Oh, I need to put. Yep, didn't even put it back in. Old style power steering fluid. Came in a metal can. Now, I know every guy who thinks or wants to think he's a mechanic. No, I know they're going to disagree with what I'm doing. Oh, you're overfeeling it. Well, in reality, you'd burp the system, so that way it did do that, but this game's not exactly anatomically correct, but it's okay. Yeah. Coolant. What do you mean? Oh, change. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, wow. I gotta. Yep. All right, we're stupid. Yep. Sorry, guys. It's sorry. That's on me. Now it's changed. Not to worry. Now that I think about it, it did fill a little quick. 1, 2, 3. Usually good. A little extra. And all done. Awesome. And now suspension. Awesome. Close that. Yeah, this van's rough looking. Let's first off, since we're doing all 4 brake pads, we gotta take all 4 wheels off. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. Sorry if this is a little loud. Now I know there's gonna be a few dudes that are like, you gotta do it in the start pattern. When you're taking it off, you don't have to. It really doesn't make that much of a difference. When you put it back on, yeah, you have to do a start pattern, but at least the wheel itself. It's good to know that the wheels are good, at least. Promise, we're almost done with the loud part, and we're done. Oh, wow, this does not look good. This looks terrible. Yeah, we gotta do a lot. All right, well, let's get to work. Practically we're taking apart almost the entire suspension. At least close. Close to the entire suspension. A few little pieces here and there that we're not doing, but well, no, we almost are doing the entire suspension. But we're gonna do the back first, then we're gonna do the front. So that's a good way to do it. And then check to see what needs to be replaced up front. and then you're done. Now I have to take that off anyway, which that actually doesn't need replaced. Depending on how the other one does, we might not have to do the plates, which is always a plus. I don't even know how that's at 2%, and it's still in there. I've had rubber bushings fall apart in my hands that look like this. So if it's at 2%, yeah, then it shouldn't even, that leaf spring shouldn't have even been hooked up. I don't know what I was doing. Let go. Yes, I know that there are shocks that there are 2 bolts. These are just 1 bolt ones. I personally, I never replaced a whole bunch of 1 bolt ones. Most of them were 2 bolt. But I know there are ones like that that do exist. On a van, I'm not sure, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, no, definitely these would not, those nuts would not just like crank right off like that. If, yeah, it would, they would look more like this. Except all 4 would be pretty bad. So, all right, awesome. Oh yeah, and then brake, and then knuckle housing. So that's all being replaced. Replaced. Might as well replace it. So we're just gonna do all 4 brake discs, which is fine. It's gonna be a decently working car. What? Do I have an inspection tool? No, I do not. Nope, I don't. Without taking it off. Might as well, right? Yep, that needs replaced too. All right. Now that we have the complete back of it done. Alright. Just gonna make sure. Let's just jump over to suspension. Bam, 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 bam. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, gotta do the other one. Yes. Is that it? Oh, yeah. Yep, yep, yeah. Right, well, this is all getting done. We already did that. Cool. Now let's go buy everything. Leaf spring. Okay. Sorry, I was like, I know that's in there. Yeah, gotta get those. Sorry, I know it probably looks crazy with how fast I do it, but before I actually didn't use a shopping list in like the 2020 year of this game, and you want to talk about going slow? Oh, wow! It took me forever to do a vehicle like from scratch. Wow, you want to talk about going slow, man? And I just dropped more money on this car. So hopefully I'm getting a decent paycheck out of all this. I know some of you probably going back and looking at the list like, oh, you didn't need to do half of this, Dylan. Yeah, well, this is my shop, and when you come to my shop, you get good work. All right. And plus, they can't argue with me on this game about what needs to be done to their car. So we're going to be a little selfish. In reality, I would never do that. Oh God, excuse me. Oh, yeah, gotta do the bushings. Yup. In reality, you would never put the bushings in. They usually come with the leaf spring. So just a little learning thing. They usually come with everything. Well, back up. Looking good. Looking. Oh yeah, all done on that side. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What was the percentage of? Ooh. Ah. I'm gonna just double check and make sure that the rims are not on the list. Fuel pump, loose spring. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wheel hub bearing. Okay. Alright, yeah. Wheels are not on the list, so we are not. Oh God, why is it tightening like that? I'm not in control of that, by the way. I would never ever do that to a vehicle. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold on. We need to back up. We need space. All right. It's not you, it's me. I promise. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up. There we go. And then we're gonna do these bad boys real quick. Oh, and don't let me forget, I gotta do the fuel pump. Yep, fuel pump, which we are going to add to the list right quick. And done. Anywho, back to what we were doing. Oh, I forgot the other side. You guys have seen it, right? Yep, you see it. I see it. We're not gonna talk about it. That's done. Cool. Hey, it said replace anything under 58%. So that's what I'm doing. You don't want me to replace it? Well, don't give me that parameter. You probably shouldn't give me those parameters, just saying. Alright, the back end's done. Let's clear our stuff out. Just so that way we're not buying old stuff when we do go through. I know that can be done. Yup. Do we have a new drive shaft? We do. Alright, cool. In reality, alright, cool. Wow, yeah, gotta do the front shocks. We gotta do a lot. So it's gonna be interesting. Wow, that's horrible. Oh, wow, yeah, that's horrible. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot this. That's I want connected. Let's check. Yup. Wait, hold on. I gotta go here and check this front wheel hub real quick. Let go. That does not need replaced. That does. Let's see how this one is. Yeah, I didn't know if it needed replacing. It does. Okay. Good to know. Looks like you're going to, buddy. Regardless of how good in shape you are, which you're not. So that's fine. Let me see. Yeah, because those rubber bushings need to be replaced, so we gotta do that. What kind of time we at right now? Oh wow, we're 45 minutes in. I did not know time flew like that. Okay, well, let's try and get all this off before we run out of time here. Yep, those need replaced too. Wow, this truck needs a lot. Does it make sense? No. Would that ever be just floating there? No. But we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it just like that. Do these need replaced? They sure do. Yeah, man, we're running out of time here. Ooh. We can have the engines done and the asset is done, which is awesome. Those need replaced too. Nice. Do those. Okay, does the rack need replaced? No, it does not. Right. We gotta do all these two, which you would never do in an actual shop, but if you're gonna do one, you gotta do them all. Alright, I think that's everything that needs to be replaced. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna just start. Oh wow, I gotta pull apart these first. Yep. When it comes to shocks, you replace every piece of the shock. You don't just do the spring or the cap or the shock itself. You replace all of it. Okay, yep. We're gonna just burn through all of this. Oh wow. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. If I don't talk for a little bit, it's because I am trying real hard to do this as fast as I can. Yes, I bought two because if you're going to replace one, you got to replace both, per usual. Is it lucrative? No, but it's the right thing to do. Whew, alright. What's my time? Awesome. That only took 3 minutes. That's awesome. Okay. Time to throw it all back together. Yeah, so we're actually burning pretty fast right now. I'm gonna put these on just so that way I don't have to worry about it later. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. The net, what? No way. I sold the tranny. Oh, you're joking. I'm so mad. That's coming out of my pay. Damn it. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I gotta put these together. Oh, are you shut up? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. All right, cool. Anywho, let's put these on. Oh, I didn't even realize that I sold the transmission. I'm such an idiot. Yep. Alright. We got that out of the way. Alright. We gotta do the rubber bushings real quick. And we should be fine. Come on. There you go. In reality, there's 4 bolts on top of the shock itself that also hold it in, like right up here. That help hold it in too on most shocks. That bad boy. That. Oh, that means I got to do the front end link over there too. Yep. Goober. Fuck. Home stretcher. All right. And then I gotta pay for that gearbox that I did not mean to sell. So, but that's alright. And I'm lucky today. Come on. Right. Okay. Gearbox. Oh, come on. Grab it. There we go. Alright. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Custom. Wait. Hold on. I don't need no custom one. Because that's insane. No. Way more cheaper. That's way better. Okay. So the drive shaft in. Bada bing, bada boom. And that, ladies and gents, is how you almost rip apart an entire car and put it back together. I mean, obviously we're missing we gotta paint it and show it if it was a full restoration, but it's not. Let go. Lose control. Is something radical. Oh God. Oh no. Pick it up. Come on. I always forget the starter every time. Every time. Oh, why does it do that? Okay. Yep. There you are. I knew there was something else I was forgetting. Perfect. Now that's how you almost completely rebuild an engine and suspension. There's a few parts here and there that are still original, but for the most part, that's the majority of it. How much to make total payout? That's crazy to me. Awesome. I broke even. I think I actually lost money on that. Nice. Well, that happened. All right. Oh, man. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.